Very warm welcome to the 29th episode of the podcast of the World Wind Energy Association, the World of Wind Power. My name is Stefan Gsänger, and it's my pleasure to record this podcast today directly from China. I'm still in Shanghai. I spent now more than 1 week here in China, really impressed by the speed of innovation here in China. And very good fit to that is the topic of the podcast that we are recording today. It is about a new city, which is a blueprint for the future, or we will discuss whether it is a blueprint of the future. That is the city of Xiongan, which is close to Beijing. And it's my great pleasure that I can welcome Mr. Yunhan Liu. Welcome.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yes. So you are working for, I understand it's part of the city of Xiongan. Maybe you want to briefly introduce your role in Xiongan.
Okay. Currently, I'm serving the Collection of Future City in Xiongan competition,
Mhm.
which in progressing this month. Uh, and uh, uh, the role of me belongs to the Global Service Center, which providing providing the platform for the industries and the competitors in the collection of future city in Xiongan to go global. So my main job is on the international of the collection of future city in Xiongan.
Excellent. So you are one of the people who are dealing with those people with these international contacts. Now let's come to Xiongan itself. I have noticed, I must admit, I personally did not know much about that before I was invited to join the competition as a member of the jury. I spoke to colleagues from around the world. I also spoke to some people here in China. It's not so well known, although I found it really inspiring what I saw in the city, and I stayed there a couple of days. Would you like to describe a little bit the city of Xiongan, what it is? The city was created, I understand, by the Chinese government. What is the history of the city and what is the motivation? Why was this new city created in a country like China, where there are already many, of course, large cities?
Okay, so about this question, Xiongan new area was established in April 2017. The primary motivation is to relieve Beijing of functions non-essential with a role at the capital, address urban diseases, and explore a new development model for densely populated economic regions. Positioned as a Millennium Plan, Xiongan aims to build a future city model based on a new development philosophy. So it's all about new development philosophy.
Hmm. This is really very interesting as you described that this is really a model, not just for within China, but what I've seen, it's really also an international model because we know that this big transformation to renewable energy, but it's more than, we come back to that in a moment. It's more than energy, it is also going into artificial intelligence, etc. I mean, we know that such action must usually happen on the ground from the cities. So it is really very important. But maybe can you describe this city or the project aims at becoming an example for other cities in China and also internationally? What are the main characteristics of the city and how is sustainability achieved?
Okay. Xiongan is quite different. So Xiongan features three main characteristics: a digital twin cloud city, a green and low carbon eco city, and a smart and efficient vibrant city. Sustainability is achieved through ecology first planning, the high standard development of future industries, and a smart low carbon energy system. Currently, nearly 40% of district heating comes from renewables, and China's first national standard zero carbon industrial park has been completed in Xiongan.
Mm.
So it's quite different and have some characteristics.
Mm. I've personally experienced, of course, some things I've noticed. Of course, there are many electric cars on the road. I've seen many trucks even, and that is something in many countries you don't find them electric trucks. So, what role does energy more specifically play in the city? And how is the energy concept designed? You've already explained a bit, maybe you can explain this a bit more.
Okay, sure. Energy serves as the foundation of Xiongan. Because Xiongan we call the city of the future, so energy serves as the foundation. The energy concept is designed as smart, green, innovative, and zero carbon. The city has built 14 smart green substations, for example,
Mhm,
promotes geothermal heating and integrates source, grid, load storage systems.
mhm,
Future steps so the Xiongan's future steps include virtual power plants and other next generation energy systems.
mhm. Geothermal heating, that sounds really very important. I mean, we know that heating is one of the big areas where many countries are still struggling to find the solution. Also, you speak about virtual power plants. That's also a concept that I think is really necessary because now we have more and more the problem that for example, in Europe, the last weeks, there was a lot of sun during the day, sometimes even windy, so there was an excess of power, but there was no incentive of using the power when there was enough. So I think this virtual power plant and matching this is really very important, and many countries and other cities will learn from that. Now, you invited me, and it was a great honor for me to be part of the jury of a competition. Maybe not everybody is yet aware of that. So the city also hosts a competition and for energy innovation, and that took place last week. It was for me really very inspiring to listen to the candidates, the finalists. So we finally talked with 12 finalists. There are several categories. I understand there's also a national competition. I was in the jury for the international competition. Could you briefly explain the background, how this competition works?
Okay, no problem. About the competition, it featured three tracks. The first one is green energy advanced manufacturing. The second one is facility construction and operation services. The third one is about integrated urban energy applications. So the competition launched in December 2025. It attracted over 400 entries globally. After rigorous selection, 113 entries advanced to the finals, including 12 international and Hong Kong Macau entries. The finals adopted a context and exhibit model accompanied by capital and industry matchmaking events. So it's a brief introduction about the competition.
Yeah, so you had really, that's impressive. I think this is the third edition this year. You had
Yeah, third
400
edition.
entries, and 400 in this third edition, they were just the international competitors. And we as the jury last week, there was a pre-jury for that, and we had to choose between the 12 finalists, and all of them very impressive. By the way, those who want to see the finalists can go to our website because we published a press release. And you find the list of the finalists there, and I think very inspiring topics as well. But maybe again, can you explain the motivation behind the competition? You are already a model city. Why are you hosting such a competition? You want to learn?
Okay, so let me explain about this question. The
Mhm,
competition aims to match cutting-edge technologies with real-world application scenarios,
mhm,
accelerating commercialization. So commercialization is very important here. It
mhm,
creates a full chain platform of contest, exhibition, investment application. Furthermore, it attracts global innovation factors to Xiongan, driving the green energy industry and establishing a signature innovation brand for the area. So, real-world application scenario and the commercialization is very important. The, or we can say the core factors of the competition.
Mhm. Yeah, as I said, very impressive. And then I also visited, there was an exhibition that was beyond energy even. So we saw also some robots there. We saw about health services. So it was obviously the national competition beyond energy, but really all these services that we need in a future smart city, in a sustainable smart city. Actually, yeah, sustainability should mean smart, but it's not yet everywhere. Now, you talked about 400 entries and those finalists, which were also from different parts of the world, of course, also with Chinese participation. What type of entities are participating in this competition?
So the participants include more than 60 leading enterprises, over 230 national level specialized and sophisticated SMEs, more than 60 research institutes and universities.
Excuse me, just briefly, SME, small and medium-sized enterprises, probably you mean.
Small medium enterprise.
Yes, so because not everybody in the audience yep,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Okay, sure. So more than 60 research institutes and universities, as well as 182 international and Hong Kong macro teams from 30 countries and regions. Investment institutions and scenario demand entities also take part in the judging and matchmaking process. So a lot of entities involved in the competition.
Yeah, that's what I've also noticed that there are small, medium-sized enterprises. You had some large enterprises as well. I mean, some world companies I noticed, but also universities. So very kind of broad diversity of competitors in this, which I think is really inspiring, just even if they meet and learn about each other. Now, we selected the winners. I was one of them, but of course not the decisive one because there was a jury of, I believe, 5 or 6. We were in that room. Um, who were the winners at the end of the day, and what is your expectation? Do you think they will help to further develop the concept of the future city of Xiongan?
Okay, let's discuss more about this question. It's quite important. In the first final, 41 innovation achievements received awards. Representative winners include the UTC 600 self-climbing hoisting robot. This is the first prize, which enables wind turbine component replacement without large cranes. With 100% domestic intellectual property and cost saving of over 50% for onshore wind. The high precision 3D morphological detection equipment for deep underground spaces. This is the second prize, serving salt cavern energy storage. The virtual power plant management platform. This is also the third prize, enabling second level dispatching of the distributed resources. The GWH level all vanadium flow battery advanced manufacturing technology. This is the third prize. And the intelligent energy and thermal management platform for new energy construction vehicles. This is also a third prize. The international track champion is UK's MPS Marine Subsea Systems, whose deep sea wind support technology can reduce the levelized cost of energy by nearly 20%. All winning technologies enter the four-chain platform of contest, exhibition, investment, application to directly support Xiongan's green energy systems. It is also noteworthy that the scenario competition has achieved significant internationalized this year, with team over 30 countries and regions participating. The competition has released 1,176 scenario demands with a total estimated investment of 17.17 billion RMB, each clearly specifying application size and the investment entities, providing international participants with a low-cost, high-efficiency gateway to the Chinese market. To further facilitate global collaboration, the scenario competition has established a global service center where I come from, and has designated Yunshu, which called Cloud Pivot, as its official international platform, which is constructed and operated by Hebei Xiongan Digital Trade Service Co. Limited as the exclusive official channel for commercializing scenario competition technologies worldwide. Yunshu leverages a robust capability system. It collaborates with numerous academicians and research experts, partners with more than 20 key laboratories and research institutes, and ensure that all products are validated through real-world scenario testing. Its scenario-driven selection model precisely matches real-world scenario testing. Its scenario-driven selection model precisely matches real-world scenario testing. Its scenario-driven selection model precisely matches optimal technologies to overseas market demand, while its four-chain train management shortens procurement cycles by 50%, backed by supply chain finance and international insurance. Yunshu plans to build more than 30 overseas service centers, and we sincerely welcome more partners to join the construction of these centers. With a focus on Belt and Road emerging markets, Yunshu serves both as a bridge for Chinese technologies to go global and as an efficient channel for international teams to access broader markets, thus forming a two-way innovation flow of bringing in and going out.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think you really described the broad variety that I also saw. So from offshore wind, that was the winner, a floating offshore wind structure, up to how to have a smart grid for cities. I think that is very important indeed for a city like Xiongan. So a very broad variety. And one proposal I also liked was a solar scooter. Sounds not so spectacular, but they also had some innovative technology which was not used before. So, and we also talked about heavy machinery equipment and how they can be their batteries can become more effective in that sense. So I think this is really great because I understand what you just said. Of course, the Chinese industry has now strong interest in going abroad and supplying the world with the technology that now has been developed in China. And I think it is indeed an important point in time when we look at the global situation. But I also understand that, yeah, you make use of this by also learning from others. This is a very important, I believe, like also attitude, no? Not saying we know already everything. Then it's not anymore an innovation city, but just saying we try to do the best, but that means we still innovate because we learn more. That is how I've perceived that. So a great thank you from my side for organizing this event. Please give best regards to everybody who is involved in this. Congratulations. From my side, I wish you all the very best, and I hope that we could, by recording this podcast, we can help a little bit to distribute the information and the message so that more people know about this really groundbreaking project.
Okay, it's really been an honor to be here today with you, Stefan, and a warm welcome to all the industries entities who interested in Xiongan to come to Xiongan and have a visit in Xiongan, stay in Xiongan, and have a nice food in Xiongan.
Yes, that I also actually enjoyed indeed. So I understand there will be a fourth competition. Probably then you just mentioned this year's was opened in December last year. So probably end of this year, the competition for next year will open, and then companies can apply for that as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
Very good. Well, with this, I would say thank you very much for your time for recording this. Very informative. I still learned more about this. From my side, thank you for your time and for all the work that you're doing. And I wish you all the best for this important project for the city, but
Yes.
also for the competition.
Thank you very much, and it's been an honor to be here. So we hope in the near future we can discuss more about the competition and about Xiongan, about China.
Very good. And we're certainly happy also then to help distribute that. So again, those who are interested in reading a bit about that, go to our website, and maybe next year when the competition or end of this year, we may publish also the call to participate. With this, thank you very much for listening to our podcast. I hope that it brings you new insights and new inspirations. Thank you and goodbye.